Hello, my friends. When we think of livestock farming around the world, we often immediately think of popular cattle breeds like Angus, Hereford, or Holstein. However, there is another unique group of livestock, Longhorn cattle, which are raised for various purposes such as meat, milk, and the preservation of rare genetic traits. Today, Longhorn cattle are gaining more attention in the United States and several African countries, with the most notable breeds being Ankole Watusi, Texas Longhorn, and English Longhorn. The Ankole Watusi breed, also known as Ankole, is one of the most famous Longhorn cattle breeds in Africa, particularly in the western region of Uganda. This breed has the largest horns in the world, which can span up to 2.4 meters from one tip to the other, allowing them to regulate their body temperature in harsh climatic conditions. The Ankole cattle are not only of great economic value, but also hold deep cultural significance for tribes in East Africa, where they are considered symbols of power and prosperity. Additionally, Ankole milk contains a much higher fat content compared to regular dairy cattle breeds, making it an important source of nutrition for local communities. Meanwhile, in the United States, the Texas Longhorn is the most famous Longhorn cattle breed. With a history of over 500 years, this breed is highly adaptable to dry environments and has strong resistance to diseases. An adult Texas Longhorn cow can weigh between 500 to 900 kilograms, providing high-quality, lean meat that is rich in protein. This is why Texas Longhorn beef is becoming increasingly popular in the premium food industry. Not only found in Africa and the US, the English Longhorn is also a prominent Longhorn cattle breed in Europe, especially in the northern parts of the United Kingdom. This breed is easily recognizable by its forward curved horns and muscular body. They are primarily raised for meat, providing high yields of lean meat with excellent flavor. From the vast plains of the United States to the tribal lands of Africa, Longhorn cattle are not just a part of the livestock industry, but also hold significant cultural and historical meaning. They symbolize endurance, exceptional adaptability, and timeless beauty. The development of these Longhorn cattle breeds not only enhances economic efficiency, but also contributes to the conservation of biodiversity and the preservation of the unique traditional values of many cultures around the world. Each morning, as the sun rises, herds of Ankole Longhorn cattle leave their pens and leisurely move into the expansive pastures to graze. This grazing tradition has existed for centuries in East Africa, where tribes and local farmers rely on these cattle not only for food, but also as symbols of wealth and social status. Currently, it is estimated that there are around 7.3 million Ankole cattle in Africa, primarily concentrated in Uganda, Rwanda, and Kenya, countries that consider this breed an essential part of their economy and culture. Ankole cattle are typically herded in groups of dozens or even hundreds on pastures no more than 3 miles, about 5 kilometers, from the farm. This allows the herders to easily manage the livestock while taking full advantage of the abundant natural forage provided by Africa's grasslands. Due to their exceptional adaptability to harsh climatic conditions, Ankole cattle can thrive even when water and food are scarce, making them one of the most resilient cattle breeds in the world. Although Ankole cattle play an important role in livestock culture in East Africa, they are not the most common breed on the continent. In fact, the Zebu breed is the most widely raised cattle breed in Africa for many decades. Zebu cattle have a distinct advantage with their large hump, which helps them store energy and regulate their body temperature in hot climates. This is also why the Zebu breed is favored in many countries with arid environments. Not only in Africa, but Longhorn cattle are also gaining increasing attention in the United States and Europe. Farms in Texas and many southern states of the US have strongly developed the Texas Longhorn cattle model, a breed that originated in the 16th century and is characterized by its long horns, which can reach up to 2.6 meters. Texas Longhorn cattle are not only raised for their meat, which is low in fat and rich in protein, but they also play an important role in breed conservation programs and farm tourism. In Europe, the English Longhorn is another popular Longhorn breed, particularly in the northern United Kingdom. With its distinctive forward curving horns, this breed is mainly raised for premium beef production. In recent years, due to the growing demand for organic meat, traditional Longhorn cattle farming has been encouraged to preserve biodiversity and promote sustainable agriculture. From the grasslands of Africa to the vast farms in the US and the UK, Longhorn cattle are not only a part of the livestock industry, but also hold deep historical and cultural value. They symbolize endurance, adaptability to harsh environments, and the importance of maintaining traditional agricultural heritage. The conservation and development of these cattle breeds not only enhance economic efficiency, but also contribute to preserving the unique cultural values of many regions around the world. From the vast plains of the United States to the tribal lands of Africa, Longhorn cattle are not only symbols of strength and resilience, but also showcase an incredible ability to adapt to harsh environments. In western Uganda, where endless savannas stretch across the landscape, Ankole Longhorn cattle play a significant role in the lives of local communities. This region has the highest concentration of Ankole cattle farms in Africa, where they serve not only as a source of food, but also hold deep cultural significance. Currently, it is estimated that there are about 7.3 million Ankole cattle raised in Africa, primarily in Uganda, Rwanda, and Kenya. These cattle are well suited to survive in harsh climates, able to withstand arid environments and find food even when vegetation diminishes during the dry season. The most striking feature of Ankole cattle is their enormous horns, which can grow up to 2.4 meters long. These horns help regulate body temperature effectively by dispersing heat, preventing overheating in tropical conditions. Cattle herding in East Africa typically follows a small-scale farming model where each herd is led to pastures no more than 3 miles, about 5 kilometers, from the farm to graze. This not only makes it easier for herders to manage their cattle, but also allows them to make the most of the abundant natural forage in the area. Thanks to the thriving grassland ecosystem, farmers do not need to move their herds as far as in desert or semi-arid regions. Although Ankole cattle hold high cultural value and are considered part of East Africa's heritage, they are not the most common cattle breed on the continent. In fact, the Zebu breed, Bos indicus, is the most widely raised cattle breed in Africa, having been cultivated for many decades. Originating from South Asia, Zebu has fully adapted to the hot and dry climate of Africa, becoming the preferred choice for many farmers due to its resilience in harsh living conditions and its ability to provide a stable supply of milk and meat. Beyond their economic value, Ankole cattle also carry significant spiritual value for the tribes in Uganda and Rwanda. They are not only used for trade in traditional ceremonies, but also serve as symbols of wealth and social status. A large herd of Ankole cattle not only represents the owner's wealth, but also strengthens their standing within the community. For this reason, the conservation and development of this breed is not only for commercial purposes, but also contributes to preserving the long-standing cultural values in Africa. From the lush grasslands of East Africa to the vast ranches of Texas, Longhorn cattle are not just an important part of livestock farming, but also a living testament to the remarkable adaptability of nature. Conserving and developing these cattle breeds not only ensures a sustainable food supply, but also helps protect the cultural heritage and grassland ecosystems of many regions around the world. According to statistics from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA, by the end of 2022, there were approximately 273,000 Texas Longhorn cattle being raised on farms across the United States. It is no surprise that the majority of these cattle are raised in Texas, where this breed is deeply tied to the history and culture of the American Wild West. Unlike many other cattle breeds raised primarily for meat or milk, Texas Longhorns hold a special symbolic value, representing the independence and resilience of the pioneering settlers who explored the frontier. Although they have economic value in the meat industry, only about 45,000 Texas Longhorns are slaughtered each year, and the meat is only harvested from fully mature cattle. Strict control over the number of cattle slaughtered is in place to preserve this breed and maintain its historical significance. In addition to providing lean, high-protein beef, Texas Longhorns are also raised for heritage conservation, exhibitions, and entertainment purposes at tourist farms. All calves of this breed are raised until they are at least 18 months old before being sold on the market. Texas Longhorn calves are raised through a careful process to ensure optimal health and development until they reach at least 18 months of age. Immediately after birth, calves need to nurse from their mother within the first hour to boost their immune system and ensure strong resistance. During the first 3 months of life, calves primarily consume their mother's milk, but by around 3 weeks of age, they start to graze on grass and eat dry food. From 3 to 6 months of age, the calves are fed a combination of hay, fresh grass, and protein-rich supplements like ground corn and soybeans to support muscle growth. During this stage, they are also vaccinated against important diseases such as hemorrhagic septicemia, pneumonia, and foot and mouth disease. By around 6 to 7 months, the calves are fully weaned and transition to a diet mainly consisting of grass and energy-rich grains. Between 6 to 12 months, the calves grow rapidly, reaching a weight of about 180 to 250 kilograms. They need sufficient space to move around, which helps improve their physical condition. By 12 to 18 months, the calves reach a weight of 270 to 400 kilograms and are classified for either breeding or fattening for meat. Thanks to a balanced diet and natural living conditions, Texas Longhorn calves develop strong health, high immunity, and high quality when they reach adulthood. Currently, the farm with the largest number of Texas Longhorns in the US is located in Hill County, Central Texas, with around 420 cattle. Each year, this farm sells between 100 and 130 Texas Longhorns, catering to commercial farming, entertainment, and exhibition needs. Not only in Texas, but this breed of cattle is also raised in other states such as Oklahoma, Kansas, and New Mexico, where the climate and pasture conditions are ideal for grazing. Many ranchers raise Texas Longhorns not only for meat, but also to preserve a part of American heritage, recreating the image of massive herds moving across vast grasslands during the frontier era. Texas Longhorns are not just a breed of cattle, but also an integral part of American history and culture. What stands out the most to you about this breed? If given the chance, Would you like to visit a Texas Longhorn ranch to see them firsthand? Please share your thoughts in the comments.